So you're looking at an Audi Q7, or maybe you already own one, and you're curious about how it stacks up through the years. The Q7 has been around since 2006, and like any model, some years are rock solid while others are, well, a bit of a headache. We've been around enough of these SUVs in the shop to know which ones are worth your money and which ones might keep you coming back for repairs. Let's break it down in plain English so you can make a smart call. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. A quick look at the Audi Q7. The Q7 is Audi's big luxury SUV. It's got room for 7 people, plenty of tech, and that typical Audi feel. Sharp styling, premium interior, and smooth ride. Underneath, it shares a lot with other Volkswagen Group vehicles, like the VW Touareg and Porsche Cayenne. Over the years, it's offered gasoline, diesel, and more recently hybrid drivetrains. But here's the catch. Not all Q7s are created equal. Some model years are praised for reliability, while others are notorious for problems like oil leaks, timing chain issues, or electronic gremlins. The worst years of the Audi Q7. Let's start with the ones you might want to avoid if you're shopping used. In the shop, these are the years that have shown up again and again with the same problems. 2007 to 2010, the early trouble years. The very first generation Q7s, especially 2007 through 2010, had a rocky start. Owners complained about electrical issues, air suspension failures, and big problems with the 3.0 TDI and 4.2 V8 engines. Oil consumption was a big issue. Some Q7s burned through a quart of oil every 1,000 miles. Timing chain tensioners were another sore spot, especially on the V6 and V8 gas engines. Replacing those isn't cheap. It often means pulling the engine out. On top of that, the MMI Audi's infotainment system was glitchy, leading to expensive electronic repairs. Many folks loved the comfort and power, but the repair bills soured the experience. 2011 to 2014. Better, but still risky. Audi did improve some of the reliability problems after 2010, but the Q7 still had issues. Oil consumption remained a complaint, particularly on the 3.0T engines. Some models also had turbocharger failures and persistent electrical gremlins. Diesel models from these years have been generally more durable, but they also got caught up in the VW Group's diesel emission scandal, which led to recalls and software updates that sometimes hurt fuel economy or performance. The best years of the Audi Q7. Not every Q7 is trouble. 2015. The best of the first generation. By 2015, Audi had ironed out many of the kinks in the first generation Q7. This year gets fewer complaints compared to earlier models. The engines were more refined, electronics more stable, and owners generally reported fewer headaches. If you're set on the first-gen body style, 2015 is the one to hunt for. The downside? It's still a large luxury SUV, so maintenance costs are higher than an average family crossover. 2017 to 2019. The second-generation sweet spot. Audi introduced the second-generation Q7 in 2017, and it was a big step forward. These SUVs are lighter, more fuel-efficient, and came with improved technology. The 2.0T and 3.0T engines are smoother and more reliable than earlier powertrains. Owners report fewer issues overall, especially compared to the nightmare years of the late 2000s. 2020 and newer. Solid, but expensive. The latest Q7s 2020 onward continue Audi's improvements. They feature updated tech, mild hybrid systems, and better reliability. The main drawback is cost. You'll pay a premium for one, and repairs outside of warranty can still sting. But compared to the old problem child models, these are a safe bet. Common problems to watch for. Now, let's go over the typical problems we've seen across the years, regardless of model year. Oil consumption. This is one of the most infamous Q7 issues. Certain engines, especially the early 3.6L and 4.2L gas motors, burned oil like crazy. Timing chain tensioners. Located at the back of the engine, these are a nightmare to replace. If they fail, you're looking at thousands in repairs. Most common on the early gas V6 and V8 engines, less of an issue on later models. Air suspension. The optional air suspension rides beautifully when it works, but leaks in the air struts or compressor failure are common, especially on older models. Electronics and MMI. Audi packed the Q7 with tech, but older versions of the MMI infotainment system can be glitchy. Diesel issues. Diesel Q7s are generally durable, but clogged DPF filters, AdBlue system problems, and EGR valve failures are common if the car isn't driven regularly at highway speeds. Repair costs, and maintenance reality. Here's the blunt truth. An Audi Q7 isn't cheap to own. Oil change. $150 to $250 at a shop. Timing chain repair, $30 to $600 if it fails. Air suspension repair, $10 to $300 depending on parts. MMI repairs can run $500 and $2,000. If you stay on top of maintenance though, you can avoid the catastrophic bills. Neglect is what really kills these SUVs. Final thoughts. The Audi Q7 is a fantastic SUV when you get a good year. It's comfortable, safe, stylish, and has that premium feel Audi is known for.